This is me every week struggling to find a new video idea. I've tried doing a video on backflips, I've tried doing a video on different places, and a video on new hobbies. Let's not forget, I'm still brand new to this, but it all seems a bit too repetitive. We scroll on our phones, we see the same videos every single day. There's nothing new being put out there. You still watch the same Mr. Beast videos, you still watch the same 24-hour videos, everything's the same. New challenges are the same challenges, there's nothing new being brought. I don't want to be the next big thing. I want to be the first to something real. I want to make videos that don't just go viral, but actually mean something you remember. So what do? I sit, I write, I overthink, I delete, then I try again. Every idea feels like it's been done, and the ones that haven't don't feel like me. But maybe this is what the beginning looks like. Messy, confusing, a little hopeless, and maybe that's okay. Because if I wait for the perfect idea, I'll never start, and I'd rather make something that's 100% of me than 10% of someone else. So I stopped trying to make the perfect video. I stopped chasing titles, thumbnails, and the next big idea, and I asked myself something way simpler. What do I actually care about? I care about making a video that reflects how I see the world. The little moments. The awkward silences. The stuff no one else would stop and film. I care about capturing how I feel, not just what I do. Sometimes I wonder if it's even worth it. What if no one watches? What if it flops? What if I'm just not built for this? But then again, what if I am? So I filmed this. I didn't know what it would turn into. I just knew I needed to press record. I don't know everything. I barely know what I'm doing half the time. But I do know this. There's a whole world out there. A world full of people trying, failing, and getting back up. A world filled with stories that haven't been told yet. Ideas no one's acted on. Moments no one's captured. And I think that matters. We all get caught up in views, in trends, in making stuff that's safe. But outside that bubble, there's something way bigger waiting. There's a beauty in a stranger's laugh, in the sound of a city that never really sleeps, in the silence between moments. There's creativity out there, raw, messy, honest. And I want to be part of that. Not just chasing viral hits, not just mimicking what's worked before, but creating something new. Something that reflects the way I see the world, with wonder, with confusion, with heart. I don't want to be another YouTuber making noise. I want to say something, even if only a few people hear it. Because this world is massive and beautiful. And I think if we stopped copying and started listening, really listening, would make things that actually matter. Things that outlive the algorithm. Things that make someone feel seen. That remind someone they're not the only one thinking like this. I think that's what real creativity is. Not perfection, but presence. Not trying to be the next big thing, just trying to be yourself, fully. Loudly, quietly, however it comes out. I think we're living in the most connected time in human history, and yet somehow we've never been more disconnected from our own creativity. Everywhere I look, people are doing the same things, not because they love it, but because it's safe, because it's easy, because someone else has already proved it works. But where's the risk? Where's the raw, messy part of something new? I know what people think. They think I'll move on, that it's just a phase, that I'll get bored, give up, and try something else. And I get it, because that's what most people do. They start something, they lose steam, and they disappear. And that's the thing about creating. It's one of the only things left in the world that still feels free. There are no rules, no one telling you what you have to make. You can build entire worlds from a bedroom. You can make someone feel something with just an idea and a camera. There are no limits. You can be weird, you can be deep, you can be loud, quiet, chaotic, calm. It's all valid. Every single day, you wake up with a blank page, and that's terrifying. But it's also beautiful, because it means anything is possible. We grow up being told to fit in, follow the rules, stick to the plan, and somewhere along that line, we forget that we were made to create. Not just content, not just noise, but ideas, emotion, soul. I think most people are scared to be original, scared to stand out, scared to try something different, because what if it fails? What if no one watches? What if it's weird? But no one remembers the safe things. They remember the real ones. I don't think people are boring. I think they are bored, because they're not acting on what's inside them. Everyone has a spark, a story, a vision, but most people never let it out because they're too busy comparing it to someone else's. We scroll for hours, watching the same trends play on repeat, thinking if we just follow the formula, we'll finally get noticed. But copying someone else's light will never make you shine. The truth is, nothing will ever feel as good as making something that is fully you. Even if it flops, even if no one gets it, because at least it's honest, at least it's yours. Real creativity isn't clean, it isn't polished, it isn't always trending, it's awkward, it's slow, it's frustrating, but it's alive. And being alive in your work, that's rare now. Most people don't even try, because it's easier to talk yourself out of it, to say you're not talented enough or ready enough, to wait for permission, for perfect timing, for the right idea. But here's what no one tells you. No one's coming to tell you it's time. You either start now, or you stay stuck. The world isn't lacking talent, it's lacking courage. Courage to try, to speak, to put something out that hasn't been seen before. Not for clout, not for clicks, but because there's something inside you that needs to come out. That's what I want to be part of. Not the algorithm, not the noise, but something honest. Something that breaks the loop, even for a second. So no, I don't want to be the next big thing. I want to be something real. I want to wake people up, even if it's just one. Because this world is massive and beautiful, and filled with ideas that haven't been tried yet, moments that haven't been captured, stories that haven't been told. And I think, maybe, the next great idea won't come from a trend. It will come from someone who finally decided to be themselves. Because when you stop chasing what works for everyone else, you finally make space for what might work for you. Not the loudest thing, not the most clickable, but the most true. That's where the next wave will come from. People who aren't trying to fit in, but trying to break through. Not through numbers, but through honesty, through vision, through showing up even when it doesn't make sense to. Because maybe the next big shift online won't be about going bigger, it'll be about going deeper. People are tired of the noise, tired of perfect thumbnails and scripted chaos. We're craving something real, something human, something that feels like it came from a person, not a strategy. So no, I'm not trying to be the next formula. I'm trying to be the first version of something that couldn't be copied. And maybe that's the whole point. To stop asking, will people like this? And start asking, am I proud I made this? Because that's what lasts.